My fellow Americans, this pesky, pesky little lizard has asked me to read his script. Frankly, I think it's a terrible deal, very bad, but no one else offered to help me with my Incinerate Totems build. He calls himself a diplomat. Can you believe this guy? Anyways, this build is a very standard cold conversion Shockwave Totem popularized by Mathill. Unfortunately, Mr. Mathill put it in his starter video and drove the price of the one core item, Astral Projector, very high in the early league. However, unlike Mr. Mathill, I've taken advantage of the ability to add invocations to Sanctum relics to go low life for very high damage for very cheap. With flasks, this build hits around 20 million damage per second, and I haven't invested more than about 30 divines. Because we're going very high damage and also dealing cold damage, you can get away with very few defenses. You'll definitely die when you make a mistake in pinnacle boss fights, but with your damage, you can die a few times and still have enough damage to get through the fight. For Sanctum, this is nearly a perfect build. Once you learn the layouts, you'll almost never get hit, and your overwhelming damage and freezes will trivialize most of the content. Using your totems to block the meatballs will also make those parts a breeze once you get used to it. I am very confident you could do a no-hit run. That I can tell you. For bossing, I rate this build an 8 out of 10. Very good, very powerful, very cheap. It's a very good deal. Just don't be mad if you die a bit. For Sanctum, this build is a 10 out of 10. Fantastic, excellent deal. Frankly, the best Sanctum build you could run. You can't do better. People tell me that there's better builds. That's fake news. For general mapping, I give it a 5 out of 10. It's a disaster. The fragility gets very frustrating, and waiting for your totems to finish placing can sometimes get you killed, purely due to how the mapping feels. I will not be starting this build again. If you're trying to get all of the league challenges done, you'll need to do something else for Simulacrum. But besides that, this build will do everything else. If you'd like to copy this build, there's a POB link in the video description. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to get back to running a 6-strength stacking build thanks to some shiny China Albirons warpaths I got from a Voidborn key. Thank you and have a wonderful night.
Not gonna have a Vol haste up though. It's a little sad. Left, right, up, left, up, left. I got a little close. Wow, she's right there, huh? Perfect!